2 weeks ago, you were asked how confident you were of keeping West Brom up, and you said, "Ask me in 2 weeks." So,
ask me in another 2 weeks. No, it's an important 2 weeks in the window. You know, it's what is it? 2 weeks to go, close to 2 weeks to go. So, it's an important 2 weeks for the football club, and I think the players that we bring in, you know, they have to be better than what we have, and they have to make a difference. And that's, like I say, it's a difficult window if you haven't been preparing for it. So we have to make sure the players we bring in are right. So it's going to be a big 2 weeks for us.
Is it a specific number of players you're looking to bring in, specific position?
It's such a difficult market because, like I say, people are, you know, people are trying to fill positions. It's not just yourself; it's everybody else in the Premiership, especially the teams at the bottom of the table who need to strengthen. Who've had half of the season finding out what their strengths and weaknesses are, and trying to eradicate those weaknesses.
Is Darren Fletcher a player you're interested in?
There's you know, the people who know me, there's loads of players I'm interested in, but the last people I'll be telling is you. So until we sign them, you know, then you know we'll keep it as close to our chest. But you know, I have to say that we've been busy behind the scenes trying to sort things out, trying to sort one or two things out, but it has been very difficult.
Generally speaking, how have you enjoyed the last fortnight getting to know the players?
I think it's a wonderful club. It's you know, obviously a great club traditionally. There's nice people around, but what we have to do, we have to get that team winning. We have to get enough points to stay in the Premiership, and I really do think it's going to be really tough. You know, everybody down there has put a run of results together or looks stronger now than what they did a few months back, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough run in.
Having got to know Saido Berahino over the last couple of weeks, are you confident that he's happy at the club he wants to be?
Saido's a young lad, and you know he's scored some goals. He's had good periods, and then he's dipped. He's had good periods, and that's what young players do. So to put all the pressure on Saido and say, you know, he's going to be the one, is he the one? You know, is wrong. He's part of a group, and he's part of a group that we hope will pull us through. But he is still a young lad, and he's still got a lot of learning to do.
We've been at the club shop this morning, and they've sold out of navy baseball caps.
I've been told to put my baseball cap on so you can talk about it today.
Right, happy. Okay, good. That's obviously a sign of affection. Happy to have you here.
Well, I'm pleased to be here, and like I say, my worry is to get the team sorted out and win some games. And then, you know, like I say, hopefully we can do that, and in the summer then we can, you know, obviously make the changes that we think are right to push the club forward.
On Monday you travel to a club who are underperforming, under pressure. Is that something you can use to your advantage?
Well, I went down on Wednesday, took the train down, watched the game. I thought it was a wonderful game. Both sides, hammer and tongs. They've got some great players, Everton, and they're in a false position. And I think, you know, for you know, managers to be under pressure, you know, especially Roberto, who did fantastically well there last year, just shows, you know, what this league is about and what football is about. But the great thing about Everton is that they have a wonderful chairman. You know, Bill Kenwright is a wonderful chairman, and he's a loyal chairman as well. So Roberto won't feel under any pressure from him, I'm sure.
Just very finally from me, and I appreciate you probably can't fully divulge what happened, but can you fill us in on the Paul Joe situation?
Yeah, you know, I've got great respect for Paul. You know, he's a tremendous lad, and he was out of work for a long time, and you know, I offered him a job here, and you know, it didn't work out. And you know, I wish Paul all the best. You know, I still think he's a great lad, and you know, good luck to him. And there's definitely no hard feelings my way or the club's way, without a question of a doubt. So, you know, to go any further into it is wrong. But I do wish him all the best. He's a smashing lad, and he's a good football man, Paul.
You don't feel let down by him?
Oh no, not at all. No, not at all. He's a good lad.
So just back to matters in hand. Jerry Francis joined you.
Well, Jerry was always joining us. There was no, you know, that wasn't a question. Jerry Francis has been with me for 7 years. I think Kempy's been with me for about 13 years. So, you know, those two were always in the bag. So they were always coming.
What does he bring?
Jerry brings a wealth of experience, and he, you know, he does a lot of different things. A lot of things that we do together that we haven't got time to do. And, you know, his analysis of games and his experience in the Premiership is absolutely first class. But Jerry, you know, like I say, 6 or 7 years I was at Stoke, plus the year I was at Palace. You know, he was always there in a part-time basis, but he's very, very important. So there was never no question of Jerry not coming with me.
Just one footnote to the previous question about Paul Jewell. Are you disappointed to see that he's consulting lawyers over the situation?
Again, I don't really want to go into that. The only thing, as I've said, he's a great lad. He's a good football man. I was, pleased to have him in, and obviously it's sad to see that, he's left so quickly.
Everton, Goodison, great theatre of football.
No, it's one of my favourite grounds. It's a wonderful ground, wonderful stadium, fantastic support. Again, a great traditional, English football club, and it's 3 or 4 grounds still left untouched over the past decades, and they're one of them. And the atmosphere that's generated there when they get going is just wonderful. Wonderful stadium, wonderful place, and a great football club.
And you're looking for an instant reaction, an instant impact of you arriving with your new team on this group. What has the reaction been, do you think?
No, I think we've done different things. I think they've enjoyed the training so far. I think they've enjoyed it's been different to what they're used to. But they worked very, very hard against Hull. It was a great result for us, and obviously the cup result was important for us as well. So it's been a really good start in respect of the results. Even at West Ham, it was a great performance at West Ham, and we were unfortunate second half not to actually nick the win. So they've done okay, the lads.
And I know what you've said about you're not able to turn water into wine. But
yeah.
Your early results suggest that that myth continues.
Yeah, but that finishes on that starts and finishes again Monday, and that's why I say about complacency and people expecting. You can't stop it. But the one thing I'll never get is complacent. I'll never put myself in a position where I think it's all just going to come. It doesn't just all come. You have to work very, very hard for anything that you get in life, and especially the industry I'm in.
I'll just ask you about injuries and squad issues, if you have any.
Now we got a couple that we're being careful with, but we're hoping that everybody will be fit for, apart from Olsen, obviously, that everybody will be fit for the Everton game.
Thank you.
So, will you be looking to replace Paul at all?
Yeah, I've got a meeting with the chairman now. So, and the chairman's been very supportive in lots of respects since I've walked through the door. So we're going to have a cup of tea and a few chocolate biscuits, I hope.
Obviously, you've got names in mind.
Yeah.
Care to share?
No.
That's fine. But I know you can't go into legalities. I don't want to labour the point or anything like that. But with Jerry and Dave coming in anyway, Paul would have been aware of the situation. Is it a surprise to you that he's left so quickly?
I don't want to go any further than what I've said. I think what I've said is enough. He's, like I say, he's a wonderful lad. He's a good football man.
And how far is Jonas Olsen away from being very
I think 2 weeks, and then we'll be looking at it. He's out running now for the first time, so we're hoping 2 weeks, and then we'll be able then to get him into games. And so fingers crossed. The sooner we get him back, the better, because we'll need everybody.